think I just smoked and they quit. I thank God, Team Green Outdoors, and especially my dad for taking me out.
Wow, unbelievable. We thank the Lord, and Team Green Outdoors Youth Division from Warren Joe got it done.
Me, Cody, and Dan set this set. They showed me the ropes. I about broke my finger on this one. I guess this is redemption on Thanksgiving. And this dude looks like he's ready for a fight. Check him out.
I will thank the Lord for helping me get this buck today.
But it is great to be in the stand fellowshipping with my buddy, and we just put the smack down on it.
Remember, Team Green Outdoors to take your stand as a theme this year. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter what you've done, that you can make a difference and get back on track.
The rich man and Lazarus is one of the most powerful stories that Jesus told in the Bible that I like. So when I'm sitting there debating, God, what do you want me to tell the people? What do you want me to speak to these different themes and different things and different avenues? Where do you want me to go? He brought me to this story late one night. The rich man and Lazarus says this in Luke chapter 16, starting with verse 19. I'm going to fly through this. So later on in your tonight or whatever, if you want to go back to it, you can, but I'm going to fly all through this. In Luke 16, starting with verse 19. Jesus said there was a certain rich man who was splendidly clothed and who lived each day in luxury. At his door lay a diseased beggar named Lazarus. As Lazarus lay there longing for scraps from the rich man's table, the dogs would come and lick his open sores. Finally, the beggar died and was carried by the angels to be with Abraham. The rich man also died and was buried, and his soul went to the place of the dead. There in torment, he saw Lazarus in far distance with Abraham. The rich man shouted, "Father Abraham, come have some pity on me. Send Lazarus over here to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, because I am in anguish in these flames." But Abraham said to him, "Son, remember that during your lifetime you had everything you ever wanted, and Lazarus had nothing. So now he is here, being comforted, and you are in anguish. And besides, there is a great chasm separating us. Anyone who wanted to cross over to you from here is stopped at its edge, and no one there can cross over to us." Then the rich man said, "Please, Father Abraham, send him to my father's home. For I have 5 brothers, and I want him to warn them about this place of torment, so they won't have to come here when they die." But Abraham said, "Moses and the prophets have warned them. Your brothers can read their writings anytime they want to." The rich man replied, "No, Father Abraham, but if someone is sent to them from the dead, then they will turn from their sins." But Abraham said simply this: "If they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, they won't listen even if someone rises from the dead." You got your safety harness on, everybody? Because you're going to need it in the next 5 minutes. God has given you everything that your heart desired right now on this earth. Everything that you ever needed, He provided. And most of you, everything that you ever wanted, He provided. And you have enough gall to treat people the way you treat them during fishing season, during hunting season. The rich man was there. He had everything he ever wanted. And Lazarus got the scraps from his table. Now here comes the moment of truth. Here comes eternal life. Listen, this is nothing compared to eternity. Let me get that straight to you all out now. This is nothing compared to eternity. The rich man had everything. All the best hunting property, every fishing pole you ever desired, the boats, the best tree stands. He got to go to Iowa. He got to go hunt in Saskatchewan for those big bucks. He even got to go catch some northern pike. He had everything. The guy came and he wanted to hunt on one of your spots because he needed to feed his family. But you were so stuck up and stubborn that you thought about yourself. See, God's calling already someone tonight. Hear that text message? So listen, you thought you were so good, that you're so holier than that person. But that man really needed to feed his family. He just wanted to kill one deer, but you was too good. God gave you everything. Every bow, the best broadheads, the best arrows, the best... You have 15 deer rifles and you will go out and buy one more. And there's a kid out there that doesn't have nothing. And you're too stubborn and stuck up on yourself not to go buy that kid a deer rifle. Does that hit home with everybody? Because it's absolutely the truth. I know what God tells me. You guys have a collection of rifles, and there's a young kid out there that has nothing. You won't take the time to go out and take that kid on a hunt, or go out and feed that family, a deer. That your property is so holy, it's holy ground to you. But I'm going to tell you something, in the eyes of God, it's just property. That soul is way more important than you killing that deer. Jesus said, pick up your cross. Deny yourself, pick up your cross and follow me. When was the last time that you really denied yourself and you picked up your cross and you followed Jesus into the woods? You tell me. Better yet, you tell God. You know when you go out and check your trail cameras and all of a sudden you get one of those selfies, you're checking the camera, and boom, there you are, your face is all blurry, and look at me. Check yourself tonight. Check your own selfie. I want you to look right here. Listen to me. This is your mugshot now on the throne of heaven right now. In 2014, you go examine your own life now. Your mugshot is there. Just like God questioned Job, God's questioning you here tonight. Just like the rich man had everything, and the poor man Lazarus just fed from the scraps. And God said that I gave you everything. And now look at you. There is a great chasm between heaven and hell where you're at. Now you want the old poor man to come dip the tip of his finger to cool your tongue. You didn't worry about it then. You had all the luxuries. You had the biggest house. You had the nicest clothes. You got 15 pair of hunting boots, but you can't go out and buy a pair of hunting boots for the poor man down the road, but you got 15 pair. Now look at you. Now how great of a hunter you are when you worship that animal more than you worship me. You got that? When you worship that set of antlers more than you worship me. Now you're on trial. Now there's a chasm that separates you now. Now the moment of truth is here. Listen to me. Life is but a vapor. 1 minute here, and the next minute, you're gone. That's how quick it happens. How many times you watch the Pittsburgh News and someone dies in a car wreck, a young kid, a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister. It happens like this. Snap of a finger. Are you ready? Or are you going to be on the other side of the chasm where that rich man was, begging for the guy to come dip the tip of his finger? Touch my tongue! This place is real! I heard all the stories of these songs. I didn't believe it. Well, guess what? It's too late now. It is a real place. It's called hell. There's a heaven to gain and a hell to run and stay completely away from. You neglected me. I don't know how many times your grandma told you to come to church. Your dad told you. I don't know how many times through a song I spoke to your heart to go to a church, and you neglected me. I gave you multiple chances to come to me and my son and acknowledge Jesus Christ. You used my name in vain. You used it how many times in your little stupid jokes. You did all of these things, but guess what? Now is the time you're going to answer for it. It's too late. It is too late, Mr. Rich Man, who had every deer rifle, every bow, every broadhead, every arrow, 4,000-acre farm, the best place to trout fish. Now it's too late, bud. How important is that trout right now to catch? How important is that 150-inch buck? How beautiful does he look now when you were waiting for that poor beggar just to call him to cool, tip your tongue down? But it's too late. How special are you now? How important are you now? It's too late. There's a great chasm now that separates. And I know, and in hell, it's a real place. It's a real place, everyone. It is a real place. I don't care what somebody said in the newspaper. I don't care what CNN News says or some other crazy other preacher or whatever. Listen to me, hell is real. It is real. Let me tell you something. When you take your last breath on earth, there is no waiting period, my friends. Jesus told the thief on the cross, today you'll be with me. There's no one going to pray you through into heaven. There might be some new news to somebody in here. Once you take your last breath, either you're in the presence of the Lord or you're in the presence of hell.